Deku's survival instincts make him stronger, but what if they also made him irresistible to a rich girl? Let's find out. The story begins with a world in which superpowers are normal and those who do not have one are marginalized. Our protagonist Izuku Midoriya is one of them. He is at home a little depressed by the death of his grandmother, who died in a strange way. According to what the doctors said, it was a new disease which makes it difficult for you to breathe well. Izuku, I hope it doesn't get any worse. Drying his tears. Izuku was surprised to see on the news that this new disease was declared a pandemic, which scared him since his family was with his grandmother who had that disease. After a few weeks 30% of the world was infected. Izuku was in his room playing Mortal Kombat. His family was not there, which was normal for him since he did not want to leave the house much because of the illness. The day passed and his family did not return. He began to worry since he was only 8 years old and did not know how to cook or anything else. Then he calmed down when he heard his father's car parked, but all that joy turned to fear when he saw that his family had contracted the disease. His family only carefully picked him up and took him to a safe place, but he did not understand why he did not get infected. His mother explained it to him. Inko, listen Izuku, you have an antibody for the virus, so just hide until everything calms down. The child just cried and then received a scolding from his father, who told him, I didn't teach you that behavior. You're a man, don't cry. Then he knelt down to hug him and give him a kiss on the forehead. I survive as best you can, my son. The father just walked away with crystal clear eyes. His brothers approached to say goodbye to him. Smith, I know our relationship wasn't the best, but take care of yourself, bro. Melissa, remember to eat and wash your clothes always, bro. The green-haired boy just cried in silence. Izuku, but I want to go with you _. Melissa, Smith, Inko, Pi. We are sorry, Izuku. They knocked him out, and then left him locked in a room which was reinforced in his house, with food for a month and a bathroom included. 2 weeks passed and he heard nothing. Suddenly he heard that they were forcing the door. He had no strength to fight, so he just waited for his luck, and luckily for him they were policemen who were in biological suits. I don't know what they are called. They took him to a hospital to see what was wrong. Cop, calm down son, we will save you. Izuku, Daddy, Mommy, brothers. When they arrived at the hospital, they confirmed that what he had was just that he had not slept and his fists were peeled from trying to break the wall. Nurse, we will keep him in the hospital for a week to recover. Police, fine, I'm leaving. The next day. Nurse, let's see, say ah. The green-haired boy only had his children without a soul, and he didn't show any expression and not a single feeling. He was dead in soul. Nurse, if you don't eat, you won't be able to move well. Izuku, ah. The green-haired boy only opened his mouth to eat a few spoonfuls. Nurse, I'll ask you a few questions, okay? Izuku just nodded. Nurse, where is your family? Izuku just stayed quiet. He didn't want to talk about it. The nurse understood and did another. Nurse, what is your name? Izuku, Izu-ku, Midori, ya. Nurse, well, Izuku, how old are you? Izuku, 8. The nurse just left to look for something. After an hour she came back to show him a photo of her parents and her siblings in the hospital, who were posing. Nurse, before they died, they told me to give it to you so that you would always have it with you. The green-haired boy was just crying and thanked her and then returned to her soulless eyes. The nurse continued asking him if he had a home and where it was. After all those questions, Izuku told her to give him a math book and books to learn how to live. Days later. Izuku was discharged. Before leaving the hospital he looked at the news that the virus was exterminated from the world and that humanity was recovering from this tragedy. A policeman accompanied him to leave him at his house and gave him cash and then told him that he would help him in everything he could. Izuku only entered his house to fix it and see that there was only one piece of furniture and a desk, but only that he worried about the family photo, which he immediately searched for and found it on the floor destroyed. He just lay down on the furniture to fall asleep. 2 years later. Izuku was on his way home after leaving school, when he heard that they were bothering a girl in an alley. He just looked and didn't want to pay attention to her, but when he realized he was running to help her from a blue-haired boy who could make things rot, the green-haired boy just gave him a hard hit that the blue-haired boy just lay down on the ground complaining. Izuku, come with me. Run. They ran as far as they could until they reached a stop, which happened to be where the girl was staying. Thank you, what is your name? Izuku, Midoriya Izuku, and you? Momo Yaoyorozu Momo. Before they could start talking, a limousine arrived to take away the girl who was the only daughter of the richest family in Japan. Driver, lady, get in and you child too. The green-haired boy was a little confused, but after a long walk he went up and arrived at a mansion. Driver, get out of the car, Miss Momo, and go to your parents with the child. The green-haired boy only followed Momo, who indicated. Momo, we arrived. He opened the door, which showed a man and a woman who were Momo's parents. MDM, so you are the one who saved my daughter. Tell me, boy, what is your name? Izuku Midoriya Izuku. PDM, well, boy, we saw where you are from and who your family is. We only saw that you were an orphan, so since you saved my son, you can ask for money, get whatever is within my reach. Izuku, I want a salary, I can't live comfortably with what the police officer who is helping me gives me. PDM, well done deal. Izuku left the mansion without first receiving some money for his bravery. Izuku, with this I can buy a kitchen and cook for myself so I don't have to eat on the street anymore. While returning he found the number one hero looking at him in amazement. All Might, you are the bravest child I have ever seen laughing. Izuku, fine, whatever you say. Ignoring him. All Might, I saw how you saved that girl and I recognize myself as a true hero, not everyone jumps to help without wanting to do so. Izuku, yes, whatever you say walking. All Might, young Midoriya, I asked for all your records and I know everything, so I know that we can all start over. He looked at how I continued to ignore him. You know that the virus was created, right? Seriously. Izuku was surprised by that and shouted. Izuku, who was it? Tell me. All Might, nobody knows, young Midoriya, my time as a hero is running out. I only have the years I told you about left, so young Midoriya. Catching his attention, would you like to be my successor? Izuku, okay, I'll do it to find out who did it and make sure the kids don't have the same experience as me with determined eyes. All Might, well you will have to train until I give you a list in 5 years which will have the training to be able to withstand the power. 5 years later. PDM, Momo, could you go and give this envelope to Izuku? Momo, of course dad, after all I wanted to go see him. I haven't seen him for 5 years. PDM, you're not in love with him, are you? Momo, blushed, of course I'm not only interested. MDM, it's the same, daughter. Momo, mom, you too? Momo left a little frustrated and confused. Momo, I'm really in love, she thought. Momo just shook that idea out of her head and went with her driver to Izuku's house. Momo, I didn't think he lived in a somewhat big house and besides he is alone, well I suppose he must have a friend or something. She knocked on the door and it opened, revealing a green-haired man with his usual lifeless look. Momo only blushed when she saw the green-haired man with signs of having just come out of a bath and his figure which was sexy with his marked abdomen. The black-haired woman couldn't speak. Izuku, excuse me, how can I help you? Momo, Tuzuuk, it's Momo. Blushed. Izuku, ah well from what I see you brought me the salary, thanks Momo, san well come in I'll give you something to drink. Momo entered the house and saw that it was empty, there was only a piece of furniture, a table, a desk and a television. Momo, he's really alone mumbling. Izuku, sit down right away, I'll bring you a juice. Momo sat down and looked at a photo of Izuku's family and asked who they were. Izuku was silent for a moment. Momo, I'm sorry I shouldn't have. Izuku, it was my family before the virus, I was lucky to have an antibody but they didn't have the same as me, sad. Momo was surprised to see the green-haired boy with a sad expression. Momo, don't worry, I won't say anything, and to tell you something, we all have second chances. I'm sure you'll have the opportunity to have a family again, smiling. Izuku was just amazed by Momo's words and gave her a warm smile. Izuku, I'll wait for her then. Momo blushed at the green-haired boy's smile. Momo, you are so handsome. Izuku just showed a slight blush and answered. Izuku, you too. Momo let those words slip out but she was more surprised by Izuku's words since in his eyes she is cute. Momo, I didn't mean that. Blushed. Momo ran out of the house leaving her phone behind without realizing it. The next day Izuku finished his day as usual, going to school and making something to eat at home. After washing the dishes he was about to go to sleep but there was a knock at the door. Izuku opened it and calmed down when he saw All Might since he didn't want to meet Momo because of yesterday. Izuku, All Might, what have you come for? All Might, young Midoriya here, I give you the list with your exercises and one that more than an exercise is a good for the city. You are going to clean the beach, it is a little far but you can also take advantage of that to go jogging and finish your exercises. Izuku told him that as soon as he was ready he would look for him. All Might replied. All Might, no need, It's only half a year or more, so when that time passes I'll come looking for him. Well, I have nothing more to tell you, I'm leaving. Izuku closed the door to start his new routine, which didn't affect him much because he had a slightly more relaxed exercise routine. The next day the green-haired boy started with the exercises and went to the beach. When he arrived he saw that the beach was not visible, so he decided to start quickly. At first he started with the easiest thing, carrying small things, and then he carried the heaviest ones. So the day went by and Izuku was tired, but he knew he had to do it to find out who caused that virus. Izuku, I had to lie to All Might, that the children don't go through the same experience as me. I just want to kill that bastard. The green-haired boy looked at the family photos. Izuku, Dad, Mom, brothers, I swear I will find him and make him pay. Izuku finished eating and went to take a shower to just sleep. From that day on, Izuku began to train until he was left on the ground in pain. Sometimes he planned to quit, it was very demanding and the exercises were already a bit difficult for him. Cleaning the beach exhausted him a lot. Izuku, thinking I won't just sit there doing nothing. I have to do it to find the bastard who caused it. The green-haired boy got up from the sand to go home but heard a slightly familiar voice. Momo, you really try. Izuku, ah. You almost scared me to death, Momo-san. Momo, pouting as if he were a ghost. Izuku, you're right, what brings you here? Momo, well, I was passing by chance. He. Momo was lying, she was following him to find out what he was doing. Izuku, well, if you want, I can walk you home. Momo, well, do you have time to go to a restaurant? Izuku, but let me go change. Momo, okay, I'll go with you. Izuku, don't you have bodyguards? Momo, only on occasions of utmost importance. Izuku, okay, let's go, it's going to be late. After a long walk they arrived at Izuku's house. He told Momo to go in and wait for him in the living room to take a bath. Momo only waited for the green-haired boy for 15 minutes, who came out of his room wearing slightly faded black pants and a red shirt with slightly worn-out sneakers. Momo, don't you have any other clothes? Izuku, I don't have many clothes, I don't go out shopping much. Momo, well, next Saturday we will go buy you new clothes and I won't take no for an answer. Izuku, understood, well, let's eat? The two left the green-haired boy's house to head to a somewhat luxurious restaurant. Izuku, Momo-san seems very expensive, are you sure you don't want to go somewhere else? Momo, no, I invite, I pay. Izuku, but let's go to one more. Izuku was just dragged inside the restaurant to be shocked by how luxurious it was. Momo, table for two please. The two of them just sat at the table. Waitress, what do you want, Miss Yaoyorozu? Momo, I want an Iberian ham, and you, Izuku? Izuku, I don't know what to order, Momo-san, I've never seen these foods. Momo, well, give him the same as me. Waitress, okay, miss. Izuku, you are very well known. Momo, that's what I don't like sometimes. Izuku, why? Momo, everyone treats you with respect and only your friends treat you a little differently. Izuku, won't it be good? Momo, yes, but then it becomes annoying and you wish someone would treat you like a normal person. Leaving that aside, how have you been doing at school? Izuku, well, I just limit myself to getting good grades to go to UA high school. Momo, are you really going to? Izuku, well, I'll try to do it, what about you? Momo, I will enter by recommendation. Izuku, ah, how good, and what is your power? Momo, it is the creation of objects that do not have life, I can create them with the lipids in my body, and what is yours? Izuku, well, I can increase my strength but I can't control it. He was just saying what All Might told him about power, even though he hadn't given it to him yet. Momo, well, it's a very good power. Izuku, well yes, but if I use it in a way that my body can't handle, my bones can break. Momo, is that why you train a lot? Izuku, it's very obvious, and leaving that aside, do you like to read or something like that? Momo, I love reading and listening to the openings of the series, but they tell me it's something strange, don't make fun of it. Izuku, of course I'm not going to make fun of them. I also like to listen to them and reading is very comfortable. Momo was glad that finally someone shared her same tastes, they had a good time exchanging information. Waitress, the bill. Momo, yes, it's true, I took it. Momo gave him a credit card. Izuku, do you have your own card? Momo, they gave it to me last year for my birthday. Izuku was saddened because he always spent his birthdays alone. Momo, by the way, when is your birthday? Izuku, September 2nd, it's mine, don't get confused. Momo, mine is July 5th, that one I won't tell you. Izuku got nervous since today was July 5th. They left the restaurant and walked a little until they reached a park. There Izuku stood in front and shouted at him. Izuku : happy day Momo-san. I don't have a gift right now, so tell me what do you want so I can give you another day? Momo, I want you to call me just Momo. Izuku, okay, Momo, a little blushing and scratching his head. Momo blushed a little too. Momo, okay, take yours. Momo gave him a phone. Izuku, but it's not my birthday, why are you giving it to me? Momo, for the years you weren't with someone on your birthday and so we could communicate. Izuku just accepted the gift surprised. Izuku, it's very expensive for me, he thought. Momo, well, you already have my number registered. Izuku, I'll accompany you to catch a taxi. They continued talking until a taxi appeared that took the black-haired girl away. Izuku, well Izuku Midoriya, you have to try harder to be able to see her. Izuku headed home to shower and sleep and prepare for the UA entrance exam. The next day he woke up and looked at his alarm clock. Izuku, oh damn, I fell asleep, if I didn't hurry I'll be late. And so our protagonist went through a long and tiring training until he was only a week away from the entrance exam. Izuku, I finally managed to clean the beach. All Might, well young Midoriya, it's time for me to inherit my power to you. Remember, don't tell anyone that this power is inherited and that it's mine. The power that I'm going to give you has been used to keep evil at bay and now it's your turn to possess it to help society believe in justice. Izuku, but All Might, who's going to teach me how to use it? All Might yo. Izuku, and you weren't going to die? All Might, I will stop being a hero but I will still have a little power but it will only be for moments and I will return to this form. All Might became a skeleton and pale. Izuku, then I hope to meet your expectations and thus be able to stop evil. Although Izuku still had the idea of getting revenge on the one who caused that virus, now he had more objectives, because Momo made him know and reflect on how he can become a great hero. All Might pulled a hair out of his head, the one above don't be evil-minded. All Might, well young man, eat it. Izuku, All Might, this is how power is transferred. Izuku, well, what else can I do? Sigh, for justice. Izuku ate it, made a face of disgust because it tasted like gel. He just swallowed it in one gulp. Izuku, okay, now how does it work? All Might, well try to concentrate and build up strength. Izuku did what All Might told him and his body began to produce rays around his body although they were not very noticeable. Izuku, Izuku fell to the ground in pain. Izuku, why does it hurt so much? All Might, as I told you, your strength increases and your body is not yet accustomed to that power. Izuku, well I guess I'll have to keep training to get used to this new power. All Might, well, we'll see you at UA, young Midoriya, good luck. Izuku, yes, I will do my best. The week passed and Izuku was in the theoretical exam of UA. Izuku passed the written exam with ease and the time came for the practical exam. The hero of sound appeared. Present mic, yeah, what more future heroes? I will start to explain how the practical exam will be carried out. Izuku, present mic, power of sound. Present mic, they are going to fight with robots. The robots are classified into 3 points, 1, 2, 3, and there is a robot that is not worth defeating. Without further ado, go to the starting line to begin. Izuku, well remember only 4%. PM, well begin. Izuku moved forward leaving destroyed robots in his wake, but he was not the only one, there was a blonde boy who kept up with him. Izuku, who is this? He thought. Suddenly only a bang was heard, it was the 0-point robot. Izuku, oi, this is not an exam, are they trying to kill us? Izuku only moved away far enough to avoid fighting that colossal robot, it was twice the size of the buildings. Someone help me. A short-haired brunette was seen who was stuck by debris that was resting on her foot. Izuku took courage and ran to help her. Izuku, sorry All Might, I'll have to use it. Izuku knelt down and using the one for all he jumped at the robot's head, preparing his fist. Izuku smash. The robot began to break down and fall apart. Izuku, okay, Izuku, remember that you just broke your legs and an arm. I'll have to use the other arm to stop the fall. As the green-haired boy fell he prepared himself again. Izuku smash. The green-haired boy managed to stop his fall but fell abruptly. Izuku, well, at least it wasn't very painful, he said while closing his eyes. Everyone in the exam looked at the green-haired boy in amazement. It is very strong. Suddenly the retired heroine Recovery Girl arrived. Recovery Girl, well son, I can heal your bones, but you still remained unconscious. Hours later. Izuku woke up on a stretcher in a hospital. Momo, you're finally awake, I was worried. They called me saying that you fell unconscious during the exam. Izuku, sorry, I overused my power. Momo, by the way, Izuku, can I ask you something? Izuku, yes. Momo, you don't have any friends. Izuku, sigh no Momo, I'm not good at making friends, the only friend I have is you. Momo, well I could help you make friends. Izuku, I don't care about having more friends, you're enough for me. Momo blushed at the green-haired boy's words. Momo, no Izuku, you have to make friends so you can hang out with them. Izuku, well I guess you're right. Recovery Girl walked through the door interrupting the conversation. Recovery Girl, well, you are healed now, you can go home, leaving the room. Momo, well, how did the exam go? Izuku, well, I think I'll pass. Momo, well, you have to wait for the results and we'll see if we're together. Izuku, you're right, how about I invite you to eat at my house? Momo, good. Izuku and Momo left the hospital heading to the green-haired boy's house. Momo Izuku. Izuku, tell me. Momo, you know how to cook. Izuku, I had to learn, since I live alone and I don't want to leave the house all the time. They finally arrived at the house. Izuku, come in and sit down. I'll see what I can make you to eat. Momo, well, I'll wait with excitement. Izuku headed for the exit and after a while he came out with the food. Izuku, okay, Momo, it's done. I hope you like it. Momo sat down and took a bite. Momo, it's delicious, what is it? Izuku, it's a dessert I saw on the internet. Momo, it's very good, but why a dessert? Izuku, it's because you told me you like desserts. Momo, well, I think I'll come more often. Izuku, I hope so. Momo finished eating as did Izuku and they went outside the house. Momo, I already called my driver. Izuku, I will accompany you until you arrive. Some lights were seen in the distance, it was a limousine. Momo, is the... Izuku, well Momo, take care and I hope to see you at UA. Momo, I say the same, Izuku. They both said goodbye and Izuku went inside his house. Izuku, well I guess I'm starting to get fond of Momo. Izuku took a bath and lay down on his bed. Izuku, what does she feel for me? Izuku slowly closed his eyes to fall asleep. On the other side of the city we have a brunette coming out of a bath. Momo, ah how good the water feels. Momo changed and lay down on a bed that looked like it was made for princesses. Momo, what does he feel for me? Momo blushed and covered herself with the sheets. Momo, I've never felt like this. Many boys had declared their love for Momo but she always rejected them, since she never knew what it was like to fall in love. The green-haired boy felt the same way as him. Many girls had also declared their love for him but he never showed interest or any feelings. Momo/Izuku, is it love? The next day. Izuku woke up excited because today they were sending him the exam results. Izuku, I hope I passed. The doorbell rang at his house and he went out to see who it was and it was a delivery man with a letter. Delivery man, Midoriya Izuku? Izuku, yes. The delivery man gave him the letter and left. The green-haired man looked at the letter and saw that it had the UA stamp. Izuku, okay Izuku, it's time to see if you passed. Izuku opened the letter and took out a device that was shining. He put it on the desk and a hologram recording came out. All Might, hello young Midoriya. Izuku, All Might? And you're in your muscular form. All Might, I'm here to give you the results of your exam. Izuku, tell me what I passed. All Might, young Midoriya, you. All Might, you. Izuku, me? All Might, you passed, congratulations. Izuku, sigh, for a moment I was scared. All Might, you came first, without further ado, young Midoriya, I'll be waiting for you at UA. Izuku, I have to tell Momo. Taking out his phone and calling Momo. Momo Izuku ! How did it go? Izuku, Momo, I passed. Momo, oh, that's good, so let's go? Izuku, where to? Momo, don't tell me you forgot? Izuku, what thing? Momo, tomorrow we are going to buy you clothes. Izuku, ah, that's sorry Momo, I forgot. Momo, anyway, I'll wait for you tomorrow at the mall, at 10, at the entrance. Izuku, okay, I'll see you there. The next day Izuku is on his way to the mall, and at the entrance we can see a brunette wearing blue pants with a white blouse and casual shoes. Izuku, Momo. Momo, Izuku. Izuku, did you wait long? Momo, no, I just arrived. Izuku, ah, so good. Momo, what's wrong, Izuku? Izuku, from what I see, the richest girl is also humble. Momo, shut up, I don't like to attract attention. Izuku, well, where are we going first? Momo just grabbed the green-haired boy and led him to a clothing store. Momo, the clothes here are good and not very expensive. Izuku, good because I don't have much. Madam, may I help you? Momo, if you could show me some men's clothing. Izuku, please don't make it too colorful. Lady, I'll bring it to you right away. The lady came back with almost a rack of clothes for Izuku. The green-haired boy was shocked to see so many clothes. Momo, okay Izuku, go into the dressing room and try on whatever clothes you want. Izuku, well, still looking at the pile of clothes. The green-haired boy proceeded to try on clothes. He already had around 15 pairs of clothes and several shoes for different occasions. Momo, well, this is the last one. Izuku, finally entering the dressing room. Izuku came out wearing a long-sleeved green shirt and black pants. Momo blushed when she saw that the shirt was tight on him and showed off his defined torso. Momo, aye. Izuku, well, that's it, right? Momo, could you tell me how much it is? The lady gave them the bill and Izuku paid it, and the two left the store, obviously Izuku carrying everything. Izuku, Momo, help me with something. Momo, okay, but you have to give me something in return. Izuku, how about some ice cream? Momo nodded and helped him carry some bags until they reached an ice cream stand and ordered the same flavors. It was expected that they shared most of their tastes. Momo, hey Izuku? Izuku, what's wrong Momo? Momo, don't you have any friends? Izuku, I'm not good at making friends since they say I don't show feelings. Momo, well, if we have to play together at UA, I'll help you make friends. Izuku, I guess I could try. Momo and Izuku left the mall to meet Momo's driver, who would pick them up to take the green-haired boy to his house and Momo to hers. After driving for a while they arrived at Izuku's house, who told Momo that he would help him carry the bags. With the bags inside, Izuku said goodbye to Momo, leaving her with the driver. Izuku, now I have to sort out all the clothes. Izuku spent a while tidying up his clothes to go cook. While a black-haired girl arrived at her house. Momo, Mom, Dad, I'm here. PDM, and how was it with you and Izuku? Momo, Dad, were you spying on us? PDM, I'm sorry but your safety comes first. MDM, calm down honey, Izuku was with her. Momo, well, I'll go to my room. Momo went to her room, locking it. Momo, he looked more handsome than usual, I wish I were his neighbor, I was watching him. No Momo reacts, he will think you are a stalker, but he is so sexy. Izuku, let's see what I'll make for dinner today? I know, I'm going to make curry. Izuku started preparing his dinner and then sat at the table to eat and think about his new university. Izuku, I hope I don't get a class of fools. Several days later the green-haired boy was heading to his new university, already at the entrance. Izuku, okay, new lifestyle, here I go. Izuku walked through the university until he stopped at a large door. Izuku, this is class 1A. Izuku opened the door to see his new companions. Lita, good morning, I'm Tenya. Lita, it's a pleasure. Izuku, Midoriya. Izuku, also a pleasure. Izuku walked away to look at a seat. He was also looking for his friend Momo. Luckily for him she was in the same class as him. He approached her without being detected by the other girls who were talking to her. Izuku covered her eyes with his hands. Izuku, who am I? Momo, let me guess, you're Izuku. Izuku uncovered his eyes. Izuku, surprise, we are in the same class. Momo, yee, so we can talk more. Hey Momo, who is it? Momo, sorry, this is Midoriya Izu. Don't come to make friends. Everyone turned to see a yellow sleeping bag dragging itself across the room to the desk, from where the hero Ashawa Shouta known as Eraser emerged. Izuku, ah, the Eraser hero Eraser. Ashawa, okay, everyone sit down. As always, you'll introduce yourselves and that. All, yes. At the end of each presentation I will tell you what they are like. Kaminari, well, I'll start. My name is Kaminari Denki, it's a pleasure, blonde. Lita, I tell you Lita guys it's a pleasure, blue hair. Mina, and I'm Mina Ashido too, it's a pleasure, pink hair. Todoroki, this is me Todoroki Shoto, it's a pleasure, without joy, white hair one half and red hair the other. Mineta, I, Minoru Mineta, hope I can get along with girls with a perverted face, has spheres instead of hair. Kirishima, well, I'm Ariho Kirishima. I hope I can be friends with everyone, redhead. Jiru, I'm Kyoka Jiru, it's a pleasure, purple hair. Momo, my name is Momo Yaoyorozu. I hope I can get along with you this year. Bakugo, my name is Katsuki Bakugo that's all, ash blonde. Uraka Ochako Uraka, chestnut. Tsuyu, my name is Tsuyu. That's it Karo, green hair. Tokoyami, I'm Fumikage Tokoyami, black haired. Aoyama Yuga Aoyama in a pleasure with a pose, blonde with long hair. Shoji, it's a pleasure, I'm Mezzo Shoji. Peligris. Koda, I'm Koji Koda, I hope it's a fun year, he has no hair. Toru Hagakure Toru let's have the best year. It's invisible. Ojiro Mashirao Ojiro I hope to learn from you, bowing, blonde with long hair. Sero, Yosh it's my turn, I'm Hanta Sero, black hair. Sato, I am Rikido Sato, you can call me Sato, black hair. Izuku, I'm Midoriya Izuku it's a pleasure without any feeling. Everyone stared at him. Izuku, this is what I think I screwed up he thought. Ashawa, okay, everyone, put this on and I'll see you on the court in 20 minutes. Ashawa gave them physical education uniforms for the first test of the day, and with everyone on the court, she had a baseball and told them. Ashawa, well, each one will throw this ball with their powers and by the way, I will expel the last one. Everyone was surprised by their teacher's words, it was the first day and they already wanted to expel them. Ashawa, you pointing at Izuku. Izuku, yes. Ashawa, since you came first in the entrance exam, you set an example. Izuku took the ball and stood at the launch point, preparing to throw. Izuku, well here we go, smash. Everyone was shocked to see only smoke in the distance the ball had traveled. Ashawa 2 kilometers? All, what? So everyone started throwing the ball but no one managed to reach Izuku's distance, only Bakugo managed to reach a kilometer. Ashawa gave the results and Mineta was left as last. Ashawa, oh, by the way, the thing about the expulsion was a lie, I just wanted them to try harder. Mineta, I was saved. Everyone went back to change and go to recess. Momo Izuku, shall we go to lunch together? Izuku, good. Momo, if I haven't introduced them Jiru, he is Izuku, Izuku is Jiru. Izuku, it's a pleasure, Jiru. Jiru, it's also a pleasure because Momo talks to me a lot about you. Momo, hey Jiru, don't tell him blushed. Izuku, I guess that's good embarrassed. Jiru well let's go to lunch. The three of them went to the cafeteria and each asked for their order. Jiru, and guys, how did you meet? Momo, he was the one who saved me from a child who wanted to hit me. Jiru, he was your first friend. Momo, Jiru, don't tell him whispering in his ear. Jiru, fine, but give me something in return. Izuku, his first what? Momo, my first friend, right Jiru? Jiru, yes. Izuku, and you girls? Jiru, well, I met her in high school. Momo, yes, she was one of the few who did not treat me with honorifics. Izuku, good, now there are 2 of us, Jiru. Jiru, yes Izuku. Momo smiled as she saw that Izuku was making a friend. Izuku, what's wrong Momo? Izuku approached the black-haired girl's face. Momo, how close it is she thought. Is Tsu Izuku you are very close. Izuku, noticing how far apart their faces were, blushed and sat back down. Izuku, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Momo, don't worry, I was the one who said that. For a moment an awkward silence enveloped the table where they were sitting. Kirishima, hey, don't worry, can I sit with you? Izuku, go ahead. Kirishima, oh, you're Midoriya, that throw was amazing, you're incredible. Izuku, it's nothing, you can also become amazing. Kirishima, thanks. Sorry, my name is Kirishima Eriho, you can call me Kirishima. Jiru, ahem, we are here too. Kirishima, sorry, I'm Kirishima Eriho, you can call me Kirishima. Momo, nice to meet you Kirishima-kun, my name is Momo Yaoyorozu, can you call me Momo? Jiru, and I am Jiru Kyoku, you can call me Jiru. Izuku, well, since we introduced ourselves, shall we eat? So the boys started eating and talking about their past. Jiru, and Izuku, how were you in the past? Izuku just kept quiet and continued eating. Momo, Jiru, it wasn't that you asked him that. Jiru, better forget the question, Izuku better tell me. Kirishima, Midoriya, what kind of music do you like? Izuku, well, everything. Momo, hey Jiru, don't ask him that, I can tell you later, leaving aside the boys who were still talking. Jiru, good. They finished eating and headed to their class. Izuku separated from the group to go to the bathroom. They arrived at the class and waited for Izuku to arrive. Izuku, sorry guys, I took a little while. Kirishima, it's okay, Midoriya. Jiru, well, we're planning to go to a cafe downtown, okay? Kirishima, I'm so sorry I can't go. I have to go with a friend to play video games. Izuku, it's no problem for me. Jiru, well, we'll wait for you at the entrance. Classes started, everything went as normal and ended. Izuku, oh, sorry girls, wait at the entrance. I forgot something in the locker room. Momo and Jiru went to the entrance to wait for him. Izuku, I'm here. Sorry for being late. Momo, it's okay, Izuku, and what did you forget? Izuku, my lucky bracelet. Momo, oh, right, you always wear that bracelet. Who gave it to you? Izuku, a friend I had in my childhood. And Jiru? Momo, he said he had something urgent to do and left. Momo, damn Jiru, how dare she leave me alone with Izuku, she thought. Izuku, hello, are we going to the cafeteria? Momo, yes, but this time you're inviting. I don't have money. I forgot my card at home. Izuku, okay, but don't overdo it. Momo, do you think I eat a lot? Izuku, well, since it's your power, I believe it. Momo, hey, don't be like that, pouting. The two began to walk to the cafeteria. Momo, it must be here, standing in front of a coffee shop. Izuku, well, let's go in. Waitress, welcome, how can I help you? Izuku, I want some waffles with a blackberry shake. Momo, and I'll have an apple dessert. Waitress, I'll bring them to you right away. Momo, Izuku, what did you think of Jiru? Izuku, it seems to be very nice. Momo, I'm glad you're already getting along with my best friend. Izuku, and what do you think of Kirishima? Momo, well, he's also nice and very energetic. Izuku, I felt nervous when he told me it was amazing. Momo, he and you will also receive more praise. Izuku, I hope to continue improving. Momo, well, let's eat, it's getting late. The two ate while talking about their first day and what they thought of classes. Waitress, I took the bill. Izuku, thanks, Edo Momo. Momo, yes. Izuku, I told you not to buy expensive things and you almost left me bankrupt. Momo, sorry, but they were rich. Izuku, Saya, at least next time you're inviting. Momo, it's okay. Izuku and Momo left the cafeteria and headed to a stop. Suddenly Izuku grabbed Momo's hand and they continued walking to the stop. Izuku, well, your driver is already arriving. Momo is Tsu. Izuku, your hand blush. Izuku, my hand. I saw that their hands were joined. Yes, I'm sorry, blushing. Momo, it doesn't bother me or anything. The driver arrived and Momo said goodbye to Izuku and left. Izuku, I think I won't wash my hand again, while looking at the hand with which he grabbed Momo's. Izuku is at home after being with Momo. Izuku, well, at least I hope they don't start with hard things tomorrow. Next day. Izuku was somewhat tired from all the classes they were giving and the intensity of these. All Might, I'm entering like a normal person. He said, All Might, entering the classroom with his characteristic smile. All Might. All Might, good young ladies, I will be your teacher in what is. I already forgot. Momo, I think it was like being a good hero? All Might, yes, that's right, thank you young Yaoyorozu. I see that young Midoriya didn't talk so much about you for nothing. Izuku, please leave that. Momo blushed a little. Momo, but how do they know each other? Izuku, he trained me. All Might train you? Turning to see All Might. All Might, that's right, I trained him. Everyone started bombarding Izuku with questions. All Might, well, today you will give me your designs for your suits to have them made. Finally some heroes. Everyone started designing their costumes. Everyone who has seen the series knows what they look like. Izuku, Momo, can you help me design mine? Momo, yes, but help me with mine too. Izuku and Momo sat down to design their outfits, while their two friends Jiro and Kirishima looked at them surprised since Izuku never showed feelings, however with Momo he did. Jiro, could it be that? Kirishima, is he in love with Momo-san? Izuku didn't pay attention to his surroundings, he just drew his suit just like Momo did. Izuku, I'm done sigh. Momo, let me see. Izuku, no, you can see it tomorrow, and yours? Momo, don't look at it, tomorrow you can also see it. Izuku just smiled and stood up to give his design to All Might. All Might, young Midoriya, don't you think you look a lot like me? Whispering. Izuku, I'm sorry, I had nothing to support me, besides it's green and other things that will differentiate it a lot. All Might, well. The next day All Might came in and gave everyone their suit. All Might, well, with all this resolved, head to the artificial training city. Everyone came out excitedly to try on their suits. Everyone was already in the artificial city, but Izuku had just entered. Izuku, I almost didn't make it. Momo, Izuku, you look good. Izuku, thanks mom. Blushes when he sees Momo's outfit. Momo, how about mine? Embarrassed. Izuku, you look fine too, nose bleeding. Momo, thanks, what's wrong? Izuku, nothing, why? Momo, you're bleeding from your nose. Izuku, it's nothing, wiping himself. All Might, okay, here I will explain how this activity will be. It will be in pairs. One pair will be villains and the other heroes. The pairs will be random and by the way, they must cause the least amount of damage. Do you understand? All understood. All Might, well, now we know what the couples are and they are. Izuku Midoriya and Momo Yaoyorozu vs Katsuki Bakugo and Ochako Uraka. Ariho Kirishima and Kaminari Denki vs Ashido Mina and Kyokujiro. Koji Koda and Fumikage Tokoyami vs Tsuyu Asui and Hantasero. Minoru Mineta and Shoto Todoroki vs Mashirao Ojiro and Toru Hagakure. Tenya Lita and Mezzo Shoji vs Aoyama Yuga and Rikido Sato. All Might, well, the first group heads to the city. Young Midoriya with the young Yaoyorozu will be heroes and the other villains. The heroes have to touch the bomb where the villains will be guarding that they do not touch it. Izuku, Momo, let's make a plan. Momo, yes, but don't overdo it. All Might, begin. Izuku, remember what we planned. Flashback. Izuku, Momo will have priority against me but not with you, so try to be stealthy and touch the bomb as soon as possible. Momo, understood. Wait, did you call me weak? End of flashback. Izuku, separate yourself, go down the stairs, I'll go to the terrace and start going down. Izuku jumped onto the terrace and started going down and checking each floor. Everything was silent. Izuku, I don't like this silence. Me neither, Izu. Izuku quickly turned to see who it was because only two people called him that, his two childhood friends Kachan and a girl. Izuku, you are Bakugo, how do you know that name? Bakugo, Izu, do you really not remember me? Izuku, nope. Bakugo, it's me Kachan. Izuku, Kachan? Is that you Kachan? His eyes began to crystallize. Bakugo, sure. Izuku ran to Bakugo and hugged him. Izuku, I thought you died with my godmother Mitsuki crying. Bakugo, you fool, think we were going to leave you alone, we thought the same thing until I saw you in the exam crying. All Might, young people, we are still in class and. Izuku, well then we talk about what has happened these years. Bakugo, okay, for now, come on Izu, and you know I don't like it when you hold back. Izuku, okay Kachan. Izuku jumped, giving him a kick that Bakugo stopped with his arm. Bakugo, I see that you have become very strong, but you are not the only one. Izuku, yes, I know. Izuku began to release one for all up to 8% and gave bursts of stronger and faster blows. Bakugo started to go on the defensive, and with an explosion he pushed Izuku away. Bakugo, it's time to get serious. Bakugo ran to where Izuku was to hit him with an explosion. But Izuku dodged it with ease. Izuku, let's go Kachan. Bakugo, I'll give you right away. Izuku was hit with an explosion in the shoulder and ripped a part of his suit. Izuku, Kachan, we just had them made. Bakugo, then he starts fighting. Izuku stood up and started fighting with Bakugo. On the other hand, Momo was in a room. Momo, I can't find it here you are. Momo ran towards the bomb but stopped when she saw Uraka come out from behind it. Uraka, okay Momo, let's get on with our fight. Momo, I'm sorry but I don't have time to waste with Poker Face, goodbye. Momo created a stun gun and shot Uraka, who fell to the ground. Momo, it was easy touching the bomb. On the other hand, Izuku and Bakugo were without the top part of their clothes because of the fight. Izuku, Kachan. Bakugo, Izu. All might the heroes win. Bakugo, ha. Izuku, well done Momo. Momo was outside the building waiting for Izuku, and Bakugo went out with Uraka running to the infirmary since she didn't wake up. Izuku, Momo, well done. Momo, you too Izuku, it was a big fight because of what you told me blushed. Izuku, what happened to your shirt? Izuku, sorry, I was healed during the fight. Momo, well I couldn't stop looking at Izuku's body. Momo, how sexy and toned she thought. Midnight, I think the same, Miss Yaoyorozu. Momo, Midnight Sensei. How did he know what I was thinking? Midnight, so I got it right. Momo blushed more than a tomato. Izuku, what are you talking about? Momo, you're nothing embarrassed. Midnight, about you having a sexy body. Izuku, Sensei, do you know that they could hear you? Midnight, yes, but here nobody listens to us or observes us. Midnight playfully patted Izuku's abdomen with a teasing grin. Izuku, hey Momo, a little help here? Momo, no, thanks. Izuku, Momo, save me. Midnight Sensei is messing with me again. Momo, a Midnight Sensei they call her. Midnight, now? My lunch could wait. Izuku, go away quickly, angry. Midnight, bye-bye. Momo, he finally left sigh. Izuku, Momo, about what you said. Momo, what did I say? Izuku, nothing, forget it. Momo remained thoughtful all day about what she said at that moment, but it did not reach her, at home about to fall asleep. Momo, what did I say to him? Momo remembered that when Midnight Sensei caressed her abdomen, Momo said that she wanted to do that too. Momo, it can't be so. The next day Momo was arriving at UA and looked at Izuku, who was walking. Momo, leave me here, I'll walk with a friend. Driver, okay, miss. Momo came down and approached Izuku. Momo, Izuku, good morning. Izuku, Momo, good morning. Momo, Edo Izuku, about what I told you yesterday, can I? Izuku blushed and looked at the brunette. Izuku, of course, always in a place without people embarrassed. Bakugo, hey couple, how are you doing? Izuku, Kachan. Momo blushed at Bakugo's words. Hello. A blue-haired girl pounced on Izuku and hugged him. Izuku, could you tell me why you're hugging me? And do I know you? Don't tell me you forgot about me, Izu, it's me Neihire Hato. Izuku, Neji, really? Neihire, who else could I be? Izuku, it's been a while since the three of us finally met again. Neihire, Bakugo explained everything to me, I'm sorry Izu. The day before, Izuku told Bakugo about everything that happened. Bakugo, at least we have each other. Smiling. Neihire, and you are Momo Yaoyorozu? Momo, yes, I am Izuku's friend. Neihire, so you've already found someone else? Izuku, what are you talking about? Neihire, of the promise you made when we were little, that you would marry me. Izuku, come on Neihire, that was when we were little. Neihire, but I see it differently. Blushed. Izuku blushed and turned his face away so they wouldn't see him. Izuku, anyway, let's go to class and by the way, you're in 3rd year, hurry up. Nehire, how nice that you worry about me. During the break Izuku and Bakugo went to the bathroom. Bakugo, hey Izuku? Izuku, tell me Kachan. Bakugo, do you still like Nehire? Izuku, well I don't know why. Bakugo, I think I'm starting to like it. Izuku, well congratulations but first I'm going to ask you to stay away from her. Bakugo, do you want to know if you really like him or not? Izuku, if I don't want to hurt you, she won't either. Bakugo, but you like Yaoyorozu right? Izuku, I'll tell you something about that. Bakugo, let's see. Izuku, I love her, she's smart, kind, beautiful and humble, that's what every man is looking for, but I don't know if she feels the same way. Bakugo, well, I hope you clarify it soon, Romeo. Izuku, yes, I say the same. Izuku and Bakugo arrived at the cafeteria and sat with the girls. Izuku was shocked to see that on each side Izuku, hey Momo and Neji, what are you up to? Momo/Nehire, we are going to feed you. Izuku, no please why me? Flashback. Nehire, Momo-san can you come with me? Momo, of course Nehire-senpai. Far from the cafeteria now. Nehire, I'll be clear Momo-san, do you like Izuku? Momo, sigh I knew that question was going to come one day, if I love him. Nehire, well, me too, and I can't let you steal it from me, and in fact, I thought it would be harder to get information out of you. Momo, I'm sorry but I can't help it. End of flashback. Momo, come on Izuku, open your mouth. Nehire, no mine is better. Momo, well mine is presidential. Izuku, girls calm down, I'll try each one of you. Izuku, I feel like thousands of murderous gazes are looking at me he thought. All the men in the cafeteria looked at him with hatred. He had 2 of the most beautiful women in UA feeding him. Izuku finished eating and left the cafeteria with his friends. Bakugo, well at least nothing serious happened. Izuku, you didn't have to say it. Bakugo, why, fuck I know why. Momo and Nehire were at the entrance of UA waiting for Izuku. Momo Izuku can we go to the cafe where we went last time? Nehire, so you already went on a date? Izuku, well Kachan pray for me. Bakugo, believe me, I will do it. Izuku was dragged to the city and so it was 2 months almost like hell for our protagonist, he didn't stop dating. But he was getting used to it since it was fun. Nehire, well Momo said she couldn't come today because of something urgent so we're going to go alone. Izuku, okay, let's go quickly, time is running out. Nehire and Izuku went to the cinema to watch a horror movie since Izuku loved horror movies but Nehire didn't like them but she came up with the plan of always hugging him when he gets scared. Nehire, Izuku, this is scary, clinging to his arm. Izuku, it's okay, Nehire, just close your eyes if you need to. Nehire held onto his arm tightly, making Izuku feel a little flustered. He tried not to focus on the closeness but couldn't help but blush slightly. Nehire jumped in embarrassment when she saw that her arm was crushed by her. Nehire, what will he think now? Will he think I'm a pervert? Izuku, come on Nehire, the movie is over. Nehire, oh yes, sorry. Nehire went home. Izuku wanted to accompany her but she said she lived nearby and that there was no problem. Nehire, well, I don't want to play this anymore. When the sports festival ends, I'll declare myself. Present Mike was teaching 3rd graders right at Nehire's class. Present Mike, and by the way the sports festival was delayed so it will be in 2 months. Nehire went blank upon hearing that. Just yesterday she was determined that when the sports festival ended she would tell her feelings to Izuku but she shouldn't expect the festival to be delayed and for it to be a long time. Already in the recess Nehire was still blank. Nehire, are we going to have lunch? Nehire, yeah Mirio and Tamaki? Mirio, he's already waiting at the cafeteria. Nehire and Mirio arrived at the cafeteria and saw Tamaki waiting for them at a table. Izuku, but Momo, at least teach me the basics. Momo, nope, Izuku, you have to improve your grades on your own. Izuku, but it's only English, I don't know anything. They passed by the 3 friends talking and Izuku was a little depressed and Nehire decided to talk. Nehire Izu I could help you. Izuku, seriously Nahir, thank you underscore. Momo, no, I've changed my mind. I'm going to teach you. Hastily I pulled Izuku to the table where Kirishima, Jiru and Bakugo were waiting for him. Jiru, so jealous. Momo, blushed, I just realized I needed help. Izuku, thanks Momo, and by the way, where will you teach me? Momo, let me think, when is Ashawa-sensei's special exam? Izuku, he said in 2 weeks. Kirishima, I hope it's not too complicated. Jiru, I say the same. They spent their time eating while a blue-haired girl looked at Momo with a pout of anger. Mirio, it seems that someone is jealous. Nahir, turning not even a little bit, it just bothers me that he gets in the way. Tamaki, well, I see that you are jealous that Yaoyorozu will be with Midoriya. Nahir blushed a little and did not answer. Everyone finished eating and went to their classrooms. The classes were normal until they finished and everyone went home. Momo was at the entrance waiting for Izuku, and he was already arriving since it was his turn to clean the classroom. Momo, Izuku, I know where I can teach you. Izuku, where's Momo? Momo, in my house. Izuku was a little nervous knowing that he would go to Momo's house because he only went there once since he was little. Izuku, well, I think there is no other choice. Momo was leaving until she felt Izuku's hand holding hers. Izuku, well, since it's late and you've been waiting for me, how about we go to my house and I give you dinner? Momo, okay, but let me call my parents to tell them that I won't be home until late. Momo and Izuku after the call from the brunette were at Izuku's house. Momo, Izuku, ooh, I'm hungry, feed me. Izuku, yes, you look like a girl. Momo, fast. Izuku finished cooking and brought Momo her plate. Momo, what is it? Izuku, it's a recipe that I saw on the internet. It's called guatita. You put lemon in it and it tastes delicious. Momo, let's try it. Taking a spoonful of it to her plate, delicious. Izuku, yes, it tastes good. Momo, I think I'll tell my chefs to do it. Izuku, okay, but don't forget that I can cook for you too. Momo, well. Wait, are you inviting me to come whenever I want? Izuku, well, not whenever you want, but whenever you have time. Momo, okay, deal done. Izuku, yes, at least that's what I can do, so you're going to help me in English. Izuku and Momo stopped by to eat and Momo's driver had already arrived to pick her up. Momo, good night Izuku. See you tomorrow. Izuku, yes, Momo, good night. Momo left in the limo and Izuku began to bathe and go to bed, but when he was about to fall asleep he heard a message arrive on his phone. Chat. Momo, Izuku? What happened Momo? Izuku. Momo, well, the limo broke down, can I stay at your house for tonight? Well, no problem, Izuku. Momo, thanks Izuku. Momo arrived at Izuku's house. Izuku, so tell me what happened to the limo? Momo, well, according to what the driver told me, the starter motor was damaged. Izuku, well, go take a bath. Momo, okay, but no peeking, alright? Izuku, why would I do that? Momo, I don't know. Just making sure. Izuku, do you think I'm that kind of guy? Momo, no. I was just joking. Izuku, yeah, whatever you say. Momo went in to take a bath and came out with a shirt that Izuku gave her. Izuku, Momo, are you out yet? Oh my god, what an angel I just found. Surprised by how Momo looked. Momo, Izuku, don't say that, this is too short, embarrassed. Izuku, well, you sleep in the bed, I'll sleep on the floor. Momo, but Izuku, it's uncomfortable to sleep on the floor. Izuku, calm down, I spent like a month sleeping on the floor. Momo, well since you say so. Izuku lay down and got comfortable and Momo did the same. Suddenly it started to rain. Izuku, and by the way, your driver? Momo, he told me I could sleep in the limo. Izuku, well, although I think it would be more comfortable to sleep there. Momo, well yes, but I don't usually sleep in a car because I feel trapped. Izuku, yes, go to sleep because tomorrow we have to go to UA. Momo, yes. A loud noise is heard. Izuku, are you afraid of lightning? Momo, yes. Any problems? Izuku got up and settled into bed. Momo, Izuku, what are you doing? Blushed. Izuku, it's not obvious, sleep and you were going to ask me anyway. Momo, go to sleep now, turning her face away. Izuku, okay. Izuku slowly closed his eyes and fell asleep, and the next day it was Momo who woke up and turned red when she saw that she was very close to Izuku's face, remembering what happened last night. Flashback of yesterday. A crash is heard. Momo was scared and turned around to hug Izuku and fall asleep because of how safe and warm she felt. End of flashback. Izuku stood up and felt something soft in his hand and started to squeeze it. Izuku, huh? What's this? Momo, eek. Izuku. Izuku, sorry. I wasn't looking. Momo, now we are going to change and have breakfast to go to UA. Izuku, if you're right, let's go. Momo and Izuku finished doing the aforementioned and were heading to UA. Nay higher, Izu, how did you wake up? What are you doing with Yaoirozu so early? Momo, just find us. Izuku, last night his car broke down and he had to spend the night with me. Momo, Izuku, don't say it. Nay higher, wait. You two spent the night together? Momo, no, that's it. Izuku, yes, why? Nay higher left depressed and furious. Izuku, what's wrong? Momo, Izuku, you didn't have to tell him that. Izuku, at least I didn't tell him about your chest. Momo, Izuku. Several days passed until the day of Ashawa's special exam arrived. Ashawa, well, put on your hero costumes and wait for the bus. All yes. Izuku was late in getting to the locker room and was left alone changing. When he heard voices on the other side of the wall. Izuku, nah, they must be the cleaning people. Jiru, look at that body, wow, he's really been working out. Mina, that's unfair, how does he stay in such good shape? Other girls, I bet he's hiding some secret training method. Izuku, I heard that. All the girls, shit, he hurt us. Izuku, try to get at least a hug from this hottie in a playful tone. Izuku, although one of you already got it and even slept with me. They all turned to see Momo, who had returned with Izuku in the morning. I think we need an explanation, don't you think, ya Momo? Angry. Momo, yes, if I explain it to you later, embarrassed and scared. After that awkward moment they went to the bus and everyone got on. Tsuyu, Momo-chan. Momo, yes, Tsuyu-san? Tsuyu, why is Midoriya-san acting like this? Momo, how? Tsuyu, well, when one of us tries to start a conversation with him, he ignores us and never shows any feelings, but with you it's different. Momo, different? Mina, well, with you he is fun and playful and he smiles. Momo, but not only with me, he also does it with Bakugo and Nehire. Uraka, but they are her childhood friends. Momo, what are you trying to say? Mina, well, you are a couple. Momo turned into a tomato and began to babble. Momo, and, what, with Izuku? Mina, well, they are very close, and tell me, do you like it? Momo, yes, I like him, but I don't know how to tell him depressed. Toru, well, yeah, Momo, hurry up because Nehire senpai seems to be trying to have him. Momo, how? Tell me, Toru, please. Toru, well, the other day. I saw them leaving the cinema, Wismiku's phrase. Momo, really? Damn, she's getting ahead of herself, very angry. Jiru, moving forward? Momo, well, she also likes Izuku. Jiru, correction, many like it. Momo, yeah, but does he show any reaction to her too? Toru, well, when I saw them, they were a little red and didn't want to turn around to see me. Momo, Nehire, what did you do? Ashawa, okay, we're here. Come down in order. All yes. Izuku, by the way, Momo, what were you talking about? Momo, you're welcome, just girl stuff and you don't care. Izuku, well, I believe you. Ashawa, well, this is USJ, it's going to be an exam where you will be a rescuer in the middle of a disaster. Kirishima, great, hey Izuku bro. Izuku, tell me Kiri? Kirishima, hey, don't call me that. Izuku, you also call me differently. Number 13, from what I see, they are already ready. Uraka, number 13, the most famous rescue hero. 13, well, thanks for the compliment, but I'm not very strong. Izuku, well, I know a lot about you, but I don't want to say it. Momo, do you know about heroes? Izuku, of course, it's one of my hobbies. Momo, I thought you didn't like doing something. Izuku felt something stab into his heart. Izuku, that hurt Momo. Momo, sorry, I didn't realize I insulted you. Ashawa, well, I'll say the groups. Kirishima A. Ashawa Sensei, that's from the test, pointing to the USJ center. In the center of USJ, a purple cloud emerged, and from it people with unfriendly looks and a blue-haired man with hands covering him, a huge crow on steroids. Izuku, this looks bad. Ashawa, well, N degrees 13, protect the students, I will go to fight. Izuku, don't even think about it. Izuku got into a fighting stance. Izuku, guys, don't let that purple thing touch you. We don't know what it does, so keep your distance from that thing. All yes. Ashawa was surprised to see that Izuku suddenly knew what to do. Ashawa, okay guys, those who are long distance stay, Todoroki, Midoriya, Bakugo, Tokoyami come with me, the others protect those who are long distance, understood? All, yes. Shigaraki, nice to meet you hero, my name is Tomura Shigaraki, I hope you don't put up any resistance so I can kill you. Izuku, no thanks, we're better off alive. Izuku and the others went on the attack. Villain, brats, you don't stand a chance against us. Todoroki, they get in the way. Todoroki created a huge ice that hit several villains. Villain, I hope you amuse me, blonde. The villain received a bullet in the head and fell unconscious. Momo, don't worry, they're rubber bullets, but harder. Bakugo, thanks, well time to get these villains out of here. Bakugo made explosions that defeated villains who couldn't withstand the explosion. Tokoyami Dark Shadow Sal. Dark Shadow, well, I don't think I've fought in months, this comes in handy from time to time. Dark Shadow began to unleash flurries of blows on villains. Ashawa, for her part, erased the powers of other villains and those who were unconscious because Izuku beat them mercilessly, leaving some of them toothless. Shigaraki, well, since these obstacles are not their Nomu. The Nomu moved quickly and struck Ashawa, knocking him out in seconds. Tokoyami, Ashawa Sensei. Tokoyami ran out and let out more Dark Shadow, but it was in vain as the Nomu hit him, embedding him in the wall. Bakugo, Izuku, Todoroki, back off, we have to plan something. Izuku, if it's true, Todoroki is coming back. Todoroki, yes. Izuku and Bakugo started to come up with something while Todoroki distracted the Nomu with his ice. Izuku, okay, we have them, Todoroki, rest. Todoroki sat tired and shaking. Bakugo, okay Izuku, just as we planned. Izuku ran to the Nomu. Shigaraki, fool, do you think you can defeat my Nomu? Izuku, I don't think so, we'll do it. Izuku in a quick movement got behind the Nomu, hitting his legs, breaking his bones, and then another blast all over his body. Izuku, it's Kachan. Bakugo, good Izuku. Bakugo pulled the ring on his glove. Bakugo, I'll give it back to you for Ashawa Sensei. Bakugo all over the Nomu's face, a huge explosion. Izuku, we did it guys. Todoroki, no Midoriya, get away from there. Izuku, why if he succeeds? The Nomu kicked Izuku, embedding him in the entrance. Bakugo, what? Impossible. The Nomu was without the torso, but it began to generate another one. Todoroki, what is that? Shigaraki, ha ha ha, did you think you did it? All Might, what do you think you're doing to my students? Shigaraki, ah look, the person I was waiting for arrived. All Might disappeared, and with an angry face he appeared in front of the Nomu and hit him, sending him to the other side of USJ. All Might, everything is fine young people, why am I here?